Did you know that the original PlayStation was released almost entirely to get revenge on Nintendo?
Do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
I'm Nick from the Toy Box, and I was surprised. I had no idea that these companies had beef and how far it went back. You see, back in the late 80s and early 90s, Sony and Nintendo actually had a very good relationship. Sony even designed the sound chip that went in the original SNES. It's important to note that not unlike today, Sony was well known for having super high-end electronics and sound equipment. They just weren't interested in video games because they saw it as a toy that could potentially cheapen the brand. However, as CD technology started to gain a lot of momentum, Sony proposed an add-on for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System that would be called the PlayStation. There would be an add-on version not unlike putting a reading light on your Game Boy, and there would even be a version of the console that would have a CD player straight from the factory. But like any good business story, money was the issue. And while the ins and the outs of the deal gets a little complicated, let's just say that Sony wanted to make sure that they made money off of anything that had to do with the CD format, and Nintendo did not like that. They felt like it was their console and they should be making the bulk of the money, and Sony thought it was their technology, so they should be making the bulk of the money. This all came to a front at the 1991 CES when Sony announced the partnership and Nintendo announced a partnership with Philips. Many journalists have called this the greatest betrayal in the entire history of the industry. Even though Sony had no intention of getting into video games in a real way, in the aftermath of being stabbed in the back, the CEO was asked if they should make their own console, and he said, "Just do it." Perhaps there's no sweeter revenge than the PlayStation 1 outselling the SNES and the PlayStation 2 becoming the greatest selling console of all time. I can't believe I had never heard this one before, and if you guys didn't know it, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you tomorrow with another toy fact.